This theory is one that's taken me a while to truly figure out, but DogDay's death might have solved nearly everything there is to know about Poppy Playtime Chapter 3's biggest mystery, the prototype. After escaping Miss Delight in the school, we are forced to leave this area by going through a massive cave that leads us to the playhouse, a place we've been told by Ollie to avoid, as it holds extreme dangers and is arguably the most dangerous area in Playcare. Walking our way through the playhouse, we make our way through tunnels and play areas infested with many versions of the smiling critters, eventually leading us to DogDay. I'm the time theorist, and here's how DogDay's death revealed the prototype's ability to control the toys in the Playtime Co. factory. Now, DogDay's the one character in this entire story that we can say without a doubt is an ally to us. Having every other companion we find have questionable history, DogDay is the only character that we can confidently say was on our side. DogDay, being the leader of the smiling critters, is pretty obviously the polar opposite of Catnap. Not only is he a bright yellow dog, contrary to the darker purple cat, but they both hold a medal of a sun and a moon. DogDay and Catnap have been set up for this rivalry. But what makes this so important is that DogDay is the only bigger body we find at the playhouse. DogDay explains this to us by letting us know that
I am the last of the smiling critters.
But it's important to note that him saying this does not mean that all of the smiling critters are dead. It just means they're gone. Catnap is also a smiling critter, yet DogDay still claims he's the last remaining, which shows that what he really means is that he's the last smiling critter who isn't under control of the prototype. But that's where this theory comes from. My theory that DogDay gave us the secret answer to the prototype's control. Before we look at how DogDay went under the control of the prototype, let me give you guys a little bit of an understanding to where this theory is coming from. Catnap, Miss Delight, and the smiling critters. These are the three different obstacles that we face until meeting DogDay. If there was a way to tell if a toy is under the control of the prototype, what could it possibly be? If you don't see it yet, it's those bright white pupil eyes. Every villain that we face that we know is under the control of the prototype has these eyes. And wouldn't you know that when DogDay's taken over by the smiling critters, there's only one change in his appearance: his white pupil eyes. The same eyes we see in Catnap, Miss Delight, and the smiling critters. And this is basic confirmation that these eyes are a clear tell that a toy is not on our side. But that's not actually always the case. There are two bigger bodies that I'm sure you've thought of that don't have these specific eyes yet still attack us. That being Mommy Longlegs and Huggy Wuggy. Both of these characters have their classic cartoon eyes, but is it really proven that they're even with the prototype? Well, in the case of Mommy Longlegs, it's a solid guess to say no. She wasn't in favor of the prototype. When we finally defeat her in Chapter 2, listen very closely to her final voice line.
What have you done? You make me part of you! You can't do this to me!
What have you done? He'll make me part of him. She doesn't seem very happy that she's contributing to the prototype's strength. In fact, it's pretty obvious that she's angry that this is her fate. I think Mommy Longlegs is the rare case of a toy who's neither on our side or the prototype's. But what about Huggy Wuggy? If DogDay's eyes lighting up is an indicator that he's now under control of the prototype, then why aren't Huggy Wuggy's eyes lit up? Well, this is where it gets interesting. There seem to be times where Huggy has his original cartoon eyes, as well as times when we see him having the white pupils. Throughout Chapter 1, we never see any instance of these eyes, indicating that Huggy isn't under control of the prototype, but by looking at found footage, we can see this video of Huggy escaping playtime and going rogue, which for its place on the timeline was pretty obscure. We do have evidence, however, that the prototype was the one who influenced Huggy to escape, and on top of that, coincidence or not, Huggy just happens to have the bright white eyes we've seen before. So I don't think Huggy is directly with the prototype. I just think he's a bigger body who was peacefully chilling at the entrance to Playtime Co. And the disturbance we caused, along with the fact that we are a former employee, caused him to attack us. So yeah, just from a single scene of a toy being possessed, we can easily draw a conclusion that if we ever see a toy with eyes like this, chances are we shouldn't be trusting them. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe so you don't miss my next theory. This is also one of my very first videos, so you'd be an OG to the channel. Thanks for watching.